We're nearly halfway through Season 8 of Outlander, and the storm of war is no longer a distant threat. It's closing in fast. The tension is building, alliances are shifting, and one haunting question refuses to go away. Is Jaime Fraser walking toward his death? With events unfolding almost exactly as described in Frank Randall's book, it suddenly feels possible that history may not bend this time. And while the battlefield prepares to erupt, another emotional war is brewing. Ben has returned, William has fallen for Ben's wife, and the fallout from that revelation could shake everything in the episodes ahead. So what happens next? Stay with me, because things are about to get complicated. As episode 5 wrapped up, the pieces of the puzzle finally began to lock into place. Jaime survives his brutal confrontation with Cunningham, but instead of eliminating the threat entirely, he strikes a deal with Cleveland. And that decision changes everything. Jaime Fraser does not trust men like Cleveland. He never has. So the fact that he's willing to bargain tells us something important. Jaime isn't trying to outrun the war anymore. He's stepping straight into it, but on his own terms. This isn't recklessness, it's strategy. Jaime understands that war is coming whether he wants it or not. By aligning himself, even cautiously, with Cleveland, he may be trying to control how deeply Fraser's Ridge becomes entangled in the rebellion. If he can stay one move ahead, he can protect his family. Even if it means standing beside dangerous men. Looking ahead to episode 6 and beyond, I believe the story will shift from action to consequence. Cunningham is still alive, and that matters. Jaime now holds the power to decide his fate, and that choice will define the kind of leader he becomes. Killing Cunningham would be easy, emotional, even satisfying. But I don't think Jaime will do it. I think he'll choose control over revenge. Sparing him, but ensuring he can never pose a threat again, would show strength, not fury. But the truth is, Cunningham is no longer the real danger. The war is. With Cleveland's presence at the Ridge, there is no turning back. Fraser's Ridge is now connected to the rebel cause, and that connection will carry consequences. I suspect Jaime's strategy will grow more complex from here. He may begin playing both sides, appearing loyal to one while secretly shielding his people from deeper involvement. This is where the idea of Jaime becoming a kind of Dark Knight comes into play. From the outside, some of his actions may look morally questionable. But beneath it all, his loyalty remains the same. Protect Claire, protect his family, protect the Ridge, no matter the cost. Roger's journey is also reaching a turning point. After stepping into battle, Roger is no longer the hesitant man we once knew. War changes people, and even if he isn't a natural warrior like Jaime, he has faced its brutality firsthand. I believe the upcoming episodes will elevate Roger in a different way. Not through swordplay, but through leadership, wisdom, and emotional resilience. Roger has always been a thinker, not a fighter. And that strength, his ability to guide, comfort, and make difficult choices under pressure, may soon earn him the respect he's long struggled to claim. Now, let's talk about the most emotionally explosive storyline, William, Ben, and Amaranthus. What began as a quiet romance is about to erupt into something far more complicated. William has finally opened his heart to someone, but Ben's return changes everything. This is no longer just a love triangle. It's a test of identity, loyalty, and truth. William has already wrestled with who he is and where he belongs. Learning that he may have unknowingly fallen for another man's wife, a man who is very much alive, could shatter his confidence all over again. And then there's Amaranthus. There's something about her that feels calculated. Her composure, her timing, it all feels a little too smooth. Could she know more about Ben's survival than she's letting on? Or at least sense that something isn't right? If that's the case, William may be walking into emotional devastation without even realizing it. If this tension explodes later in the season, it could become one of the most heartbreaking arcs we've seen in years. So here's the real question. Will Jaime truly die in the war, as history suggests, or will he once again defy fate itself? And what do you think will happen when the truth fully unravels between William, Ben, and Amaranthus? Let me know your thoughts, because if Outlander has taught us anything, it's that destiny is never as simple as it seems.